It is now 7 p.m. and I'd like to call to order the August 21st, 2018 business meeting of the Board of the Trustees of the Aldine Independent School District, and we'll start with our ethics statement of Mr. Paul Shanklin.
The board has adopted an ethics statement that affirms our commitment to ethical conduct. That statement is, the Board of Trustees is committed to and shall perform its duties ethically and according to our core beliefs. We will model the highest standards of conduct. We will ensure that no personal value, system, or personal goal interferes with our duty as public servants. The public interest shall be the principle which guides the board in its deliberations and decisions.
Thank you, Mr. Shanklin. So we extend a warm welcome to everyone present, and we're pleased you joined us tonight as we celebrate the achievements, review information, and make policy decisions related to the effective operation of the Aldine School District. I would like to thank everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight. And let the minutes reflect that all board members are present. And I see we have visitors in the audience tonight, and if you have comment to the board and have not filled out the audience participation form in the brochure next to the agenda books outside, please do so at this time and give it to Ms. Laura. The board will listen under item 13 on the agenda, open forum for patrons desiring to be heard. The approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Item 5 on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Do I have a motion?
I move that the minutes of the board workshop on team building on July 12th and the minutes of the regular meeting and executive session on July 17th, 2018 be approved as printed.
And do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Then we'll begin the vote with Dr. Kimberly Booker.
Booker, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Mead, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Bourgeois, yes. Garcia, yes.
And the motion carries. And now we'll have the academic report. Dr. Sarah Tomei.
Good evening, President Meade, Dr. Goffney, members of the board. This has been a busy summer with many things going on to get ready for the start of the school year. Aldine hosted 2 events to help parents prepare. The first annual Pre-K Festival and Roundup was held at Aldine High School on July 21st. Aldine worked in collaboration with Good Reason Houston on this event. The goal was to inform parents about the pre-K programs in Aldine. Highlights included on-site pre-K enrollment, free immunizations, games and activities, and free food and other snacks. Over 400 families and more than 1,000 total guests attended the event. 12 community organizations and local businesses participated. 40 children received immunizations, some of them multiple immunizations for a total of 100 provided by Texas Children's Hospital. Aldine was able to enroll 60 pre-K students during the event, and plans are already beginning to prepare for the second festival next summer. The following Saturday, July 28th, was the 3rd annual Parent Expo held at the Campbell Center. The expo was a collaborative partnership between Aldine ISD, Baker Ripley, and Congressman Gene Green. The theme of the expo was, Together We Rise to Succeed. Over 2,200 people attended the expo and had a chance to attend family workshops and gather resources on topics such as health and nutrition, raising readers, creating a family budget, and crisis prevention. The Title I Department and the Harris County Public Library Curiosity Cruiser gave away books to families in attendance. Over 150 families signed up for a Harris County Public Library card. 850 backpacks filled with school supplies and 150 Uniform Superstore gift certificates were given away. In addition, free haircuts were provided by barbers from Clippers and Fades. Health screenings were conducted by healthcare providers, and 126 families received immunization vouchers. This is the academic report as we prepare our kids for the school year for August 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Tomei, for that great report. Ms. Avalos, do we have any correspondence to be read tonight?
Mr. President, we have no correspondence to be read tonight.
Okay, then we'll have our recognition. Doctor, I'm going to give you a doctor tonight, Abel. Abel Garvin, you've been promoted. You've been promoted.
Mr. Mead, Dr. Goffney, members of the board, we have a short report tonight. We will begin with Stacy Smith, Program Director of Resource Development. Stacy will present a number of grants the district has received. Stacy.
Thank you, Abel. Good evening, President Mead, board members, Dr. Goffney, administrative leadership, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to report on recent grant awards. Will Ash Kirk, principal of Black Elementary, and Hillary Volkman please come forward? Will Elsa Wright, principal of Stovall Middle School, and Matthew DeCamp please come forward? Hillary was awarded $2,500 to purchase new Spanish books, Texas 2x2 books, and Bluebonnet books to add to the general book checkout for improved literacy and reading enjoyment for all. And Matthew was awarded $1,404 to implement a Lego robotics program to teach coding, apply mathematics to real-world problems, analysis, and problem-solving skills. Both grants were funded by the Houston CPA Society, and the amount total for this group is $3,904. Congratulations.
Smile, you're receiving the money. It's not being deducted from your pay. There we go.
And an extra chair. Will Susana Monteverde, the Harvey Arts, with the Harvey Arts Recovery Fund, and Debbie McNulty with the Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs for the City of Houston, please come forward. I'm sorry. And also, will Marcy Strahan, principal of Hall High School, and David Landry please come forward? Kim Jenkins, principal of Kajawa Elementary, and Kelly Patterson, please come forward. Patricia Ross, principal of Carver High School, and Laura Luna, please come forward. And if Ernest Washington and of Drew Academy and Allison Hamaker, please come forward. And if the people in front of you, not the presenters, but if the people in front of you looked a little surprised, it's because we brought them here under false premise. Idea they were going to be up here, but let me explain. The Harvey Arts Recovery supports the disaster recovery needs of Greater Houston, arts, culture, and creative community in 10 counties. They support individual artists, but also the arts community. They provide funding to help school art programs impacted by Hurricane Harvey to continue to provide the artistic outlet for creativity and expression for students. And at this time, Susanna, if you and Debbie.
All right, well, we just wanted to say, find a way to say thank you to art teachers who have been working so hard to inspire their students, and especially in the face of the devastation of the storm. And so when we had the opportunity to partner with Blick Art Materials to identify people who could benefit from a fun program that they put together, we worked with school administrators to identify those teachers that could benefit from that. So we have some gift certificates to Blick Art Materials that you guys
That's close to 30 years.
Thank you. Thank you.
Only guy up there. That's the easy one.
I don't see Allison. And Allison's not here. We'll take it. We'll take it to her. Yes, I'll take it to her.
So we had a total of 12 teachers in all games that received the gift certificate. So
We're so thankful, and I don't know what your principals told you to get you here. But I'm so glad.
our teachers. Okay, thank you. We're gonna do an angle shot this way. One, two, three, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile.
There we go.
Awesome. That was good.
And that was so much fun. Will Franklin Higgins, Director of Career and Technical Education, please come forward? And joining him, we have from the Aldine Noon Optimists, we have Jan Wynn, Henry Vogel, Judy Hoya, Denise Keaton. The Aldine Noon Optimists are here with the Aldine CTE Department to support students who exhibit the academic ability and motivation but lack the resources to pursue dual credit courses to obtain entry-level certification in careers supported by Aldine ISD and Houston area community colleges. Beginning in the fall of 2018, the Optimists will sponsor scholarships for up to 25 students each semester. This will provide their dual credit scholarships so that they can take the dual credit classes. And so this will total for this year $6,250. Thank you. Will Tanessa Maddox, principal of Raymond Elementary, and Zachary Moss, please come forward? The goal of the partnership project is to invest in comprehensive after-school programs that have a primary focus on numeracy and literacy development. The CASE after-school programs at Raymond Elementary will support numeracy, literacy integration into academics and enrichment activities, as well as site-based coaching to improve overall program quality. The funder is Harris County Department of Education, and the amount is $30,000. Congratulations. Thank you, Sarah. Will Dr. Charlotte Davis, Director of Guidance and Counseling and At-Risk Students, and Ifran Uribe, Program Director for Secondary Guidance Counseling and At-Risk Students, please come forward. The purpose of the Texas Education for Homeless Children and Youth Grant is to facilitate the identification, enrollment, attendance, and academic success of homeless children and youth by removing barriers and promote school stability for students experiencing homelessness. The funder is the Texas Education Agency, and the amount is $35,500. And the total amount of awards for this evening is $78,654. Thank you.
Our program tonight is being presented by Denise Keaton, Coordinator of Student Financial Aid. Denise.
Good evening, President Mead, Dr. Goffney, board members, community, and administration. I'd like to tell you about all the accomplishments that our seniors have had this last 2017-18 school year. When we start off by highlighting some of the scholarships that they've received, we look at the Aldine Education Foundation. They received 126 scholarships. Aldine Scholarship Fund, where the students attend strictly Lone Star, we received 121 scholarships. Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Scholarship, we received 18. Posse Foundation Scholars, 3. United States Air Force Academy, 4. And some of the other institutional scholarships, and this is not inclusive of all of them, Amherst, Brown University, Columbia, Cornell, Harvard, Hawaii Pacific, MIT, and Swarthmore. Our students have done a lot of work to get this number of scholarships that we have received has been 658 scholarships amongst our students for the year 2018. For 2017, we received 1,388 scholarships, and we have jumped to 1,752 scholarships for the year 2018. We have some national scholarships, and our students are sometimes very apprehensive to apply for them, but our students have made great accomplishments here. These are 2 of the major ones, Jack Kent Cooke, which gives them a full ride to any college or university they want to attend, along with Bill Gates Scholar. This last year, 2017-18, was the first year Bill Gates Scholar was out. Previously, it was the Gates Millennium, and it skipped a year in between. So when we look at the accomplishments here, we have 3 students from Nimitz that were semifinalists. They did not make it to the finalist. We have 1 student that made it as a finalist, and that was with Jack Kent Cooke. With the Bill Gates Scholar, we had 1 student that was a semifinalist, 2 students that were finalists, and then our students that actually received the scholarships. And you think about nationwide, we have 4 students that have received Jack Kent Cooke or Gates. 1 student, Stephanie Nino de Rivera, received not only Jack Kent Cooke, but she also received the Gates Scholar. Denise Cordova received the Jack Kent Cooke, and also Ben Wynn received the Gates Scholar. So that's quite an accomplishment. Sometimes our students are apprehensive, and we want them to see that as wonderful as Aldine is, you can make it in anything that you do. All you have to do is try and complete it. When we look at our scholarships here, one of the other things that we've done is we've had a great increase in the amount of scholarships we receive. We have $56,123,755 in scholarships. And we have it broken down according to each one of the high schools. One of the things our students had an opportunity to work on this year, and you may have heard a lot of it during graduation, was Raise.me scholarships. And this is a program where our students are able to work from the time they start 9th grade until they graduate from high school. And these are things that they do on a normal basis. They work on their grades, SAT, PSAT scores, community service, college trips, and community service. With that, those students are matched up with micro scholarships for each one of those things that they do. And then at the end of the year, they are given a total amount, but they do have to sign up for a particular school in order to be awarded the money. Our FAFSA scholarships applications have increased. We went from 1,475 in 2017 to 1,654 completed scholarships. And then the submitted scholarships went from 1,667 to 1,914. The difference in that is the submitted ones, sometimes students had to go back and make corrections, which they may not have done, or they have some additional materials that they may have to submit. Our FAFSA numbers we're not able to get because those are paper applications and those are submitted directly to the schools. So we have no way of tracking. We do ask our students to just let us know which application they're completed. So we're trying to keep a better track of the number of students that are completing the TAFSA and also the FAFSA. These are some of the activities that we have done for 2017 and 18. We conducted 112 college and financial aid presentations through our English 4 classrooms. We conducted 29 college presentations and parent workshops. We conducted 84 classroom and/or cafeteria college visitations. And then we also have had Junior Achievement come out and present to the middle school's Exploring Careers classes. Some of the activities that we hold on each campus, we will always have SAT and ACT registration workshops, college application workshops, scholarship application workshops, TASFA, and also FAFSA. And sometimes on each campus, what we will do is we'll separate the nights for the TASFA and the FAFSA so our parents feel comfortable coming in, especially our TAFSA parents. Some of our highlights, and you see our students up there in the pictures, this was from our Dream Team trip to Prairie View A&M University where they have leadership building. We have FAFSA and TASFA completed each year at our college fair. We have our students register online for the college fair so that as they come through, the colleges only have to scan their phones and get their information that way. We had the students sign up for, went to Prairie View for a signing day for all students that were going to attend Prairie View, along with a Rising Senior Leadership Conference. I am really working hard on Twitter, and I've improved drastically. So we are wanting to recognize all the activities that our students are doing, but also to let them know information about what they need to do to apply for college or universities. Our seniors across the district on every campus participated in a decision day. Some are held in MOC, some are held on their campuses, and this is to recognize their commitment to going to college and completing college. That is part of what the decision day is for. We had a University of Texas and Texas A&M College 101 forum, and this is a forum that is for our junior parents to come out and speak to the representatives at Texas A&M and UT so that they can get admission information and also financial aid information. Also, this is the first year we had the Hoffman Middle School Jack Gilchrist Scholarship, and the first year we had the Frank Wynn Scholarship. And Frank Wynn was one of the parents. He came up to Aldine Senior and asked to give money to our students because he had 3 students that graduated from Aldine Senior High, and all 3 of them are doctors. Our goals for 2018-19, to increase the number of college applications submitted, increase the number of FAFSA and also TASFA applications, to maintain the number of scholarships received, but also to seek additional opportunities for our students, and also to continue working on our campuses with Advise Texas, Upward Bound, Talent Search, Project Grad, and also CCC. Our website is up and running. If anybody looks at our website right now, we have over 20 scholarships that our students can start applying for right now. And this will be a continual basis through the entire summer. It will remain updated so that students still have an opportunity to complete looking for scholarships and receiving scholarships. The pictures you see are some recognitions of some of our students and where they were going to attend college or universities. Our website provides this information. They are able to link to the Apply Texas, which is the application for them to go to school in Texas, public schools. The Common Application is for them to apply to private schools or universities, Lone Star, and also the FAFSA. Students can also access a calendar that gives them college admission information, SAT and ACT information, scholarship information, financial aid deadlines, and district events. One of our big district events coming up is going to be October 11th, which is going to be our college fair, and any summer programs. And they can also email and contact their college advisors. This year on all the high school campuses, we have new college advisors from Advise Texas. So their emails are not quite there yet, but as soon as we receive them, we will have them there. And then this is my contact information. Thank you so much.
So for all the parents that have students in Aldine, the moral of the story is get to know Denise very well. Buy her, take her to lunch. Denise, I'll see you next week. Mr. Mead, that concludes my report.
Okay, thanks so much, Ava. So the board has had the consent agenda items in their possession for study, and then we discussed them at length last night in our study session. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the consent agenda item before voted on by the board tonight? If not, do I hear a motion regarding the consent agenda items?
Mr. Mead, I move that all items under A through J, with the exception of E3 on the consent agenda, be approved as printed.
I second that, Ms. Mead.
Okay, then we'll start the motion. We'll start it with the vote with Dr. Viola Garcia.
Garcia, yes.
Bourgeois, yes. Avalos, yes.
Mead, yes,
Shanklin, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Booker, yes.
and the motion carries. And now for one of the most important parts of our meeting tonight, our new superintendent, Dr. Godfrey. Do you have any staff recognition that you might want to share with us tonight?
Absolutely, Mr. President, Board of Trustees. I love the fact that you said new. I love that. I hope I stay new for a very long time. But I'm excited. We've had a wonderful start to the new school year, and I remember when I was initially hired, my goal was to not necessarily make a lot of changes, but to manage some of the changes that had already been made and to look, listen, and learn. And it's been an exciting journey. We have some great people who are doing great work, as evident by our presentations tonight. And it's my absolute honor to make my first recommendation for or announce my first recommendation for our a very critical role. Immediately after I was named, the first person I met with, one of the first, I think she was the first, was Dr. Selena Chapa. Please come up. The thing that I noticed about Dr. Chapa was, number one, her passion for all children. And the next thing I noticed was her love for all things Aldine. It was evident in every conversation. And ever since, it's my goal to not be the smartest person in the room. And you'll hear me say all the time, as stated by my grandmother, that iron sharpens iron. And I'm excited tonight to announce Dr. Selena Chapa as the Deputy Superintendent of Aldine ISD. And we have a special surprise for her tonight. I have asked the one who has been in that role for nearly 3 decades, I think, Dr. Blanson, if he would come up and give her some words of advice. Let's give Dr. Blanson a round of applause. She came out of retirement for this occasion. Is it 3 decades or 2?
It felt like that.
Good. Thank you.
The only advice, well, first of all, let me apologize for no tie tonight. I was overzealous and I gave them all away. Congratulations. I'll be there for you if you need me. But the main thing is make sure you surround yourself by great people and listen to them.
Thank you.
Okay? Those are my words.
Thank you, Dr. Blanson. He's always been a man with few words, but always very powerful words, and I will always take that to heart. I thought I was going to be last, Dr. Goffney, and I'm caught off guard. Members of the board, President Mead, I want to first of all thank Dr. Goffney for this opportunity. I am very humbled and have always been very honored and proud to serve the Aldine community. It has been a true pleasure, and I look forward to the future of Aldine, look forward to continue to serve under the leadership of Dr. Goffney, and am very excited about this opportunity and will do my very best under Dr. Goffney's leadership. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes. Thank you. May I introduce my family?
Oh, absolutely. That's it.
Thank you. I have with me tonight, I call them up.
Please,
So my
please.
husband first, Ray Chapa. You have to stand in the front and. Two of my sons, Michael and Moses, come on up, please. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Daughters live out of state, so they're not able to join us.
Y'all are twins. I see it. Okay, good, congrats.
So my daughters are out of state, so they weren't able to join us. And my youngest son, we are confident, is in his dorm room studying as we speak. Yes. We also have, I just want to thank everyone because in the position that I'm in now, I believe that I would not be successful without some very important people. And that would be the Human Resources Department. And if they are here, I would really like to call them up because they are phenomenal and they are self-sufficient. And quite frankly, they have always made me look good. So if they can please join me in the front. Anyone from the Human Resources Department. And if we can please give them a round of applause. We also have a family friend, John, if you're still here, Boudouin, if you're still here, we'd like for you to join us in the front. Thank you for joining us today. Also have some friends here. We have Charlotte Davis, Dr. Davis, Dre, please join us in the front. But I also have to call the executive leadership team because they are the ones that have helped me in my position, and we are each other's support. We are there to help each other through everything that we do, and so I would like to recognize the executive leadership team. Dr. Goffney, that includes you because we have been here through every step of the way. So please join us because I would love for you to be included in the picture, and all of the executive leadership team, if you don't mind, to please join us in the front. Thank you. And good luck taking the picture. I'm sorry, but they're all important to me.
Right. She's gonna boss everybody around.
Rule of thumb, if you can see me clearly, I can see you clearly. If you see part of my face, then that's all I'm seeing. So adjust, move. Squat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. And 1, 2, 3, smile.
Time together.
You're right. You're right.
Dr. Chapel, we would like you to join us up here if you would, okay?
Yes, sir. I think Dr. Goffney would like me to continue to work for a minute.
That is true, you're good.
You go right ahead.
We have quite a few leaders to acknowledge tonight, but before we get started, let's give Dr. Chapa another round of applause. About her continued leadership, and leadership is something that I feel is very important, and it's what's going to help us to move our district from good to great. And we have numerous assistant principals to honor tonight, and we want them to be able to come forward, so we appreciate and advance your patience. We're going to start with Ms. Jennifer Allen. Ms. Jennifer Allen, she is currently the instructional coach at Anderson Academy. Her new position would be the assistant principal at Anderson Academy. She has 24 years of experience and 22 of those years of experience at Aldine ISD. Let's give her a round of applause.
I want to thank the board and my wonderful new principal, Dr. Simpson, for providing the opportunity for me to serve Aldine in this capacity. I have my significant other, John Week. I'd like to call him up, and he's a good support for me, and have been in Aldine for 24 years now.
Ms. Sampson, where is she? Your principal? Simpson, I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ms. Jennifer Allen. Erica Buckley, is she here tonight? Mrs. Buckley is currently the math instructional coach at Cypress Wood Elementary, and she will be the new assistant principal at Reese Academy. She has 20 years of total experience, with 8 of those years being in Aldine ISD. Welcome to the leadership, Mrs. Erica Buckley.
Thank you. I have with me today my husband, John Buckley, my daughter, Anaya Buckley, my son, Jaden Buckley, my other son, John Amir Buckley, my mom, Irma Shenevert, my dad, Michael Shenevert, and I also have some people from my new staff, Ms. Goings, and my new principal who gave me this opportunity, Ms. Rogers. I also have some previous principals in the audience that I would like to recognize. If you can come up, please. Ms. Carter from Cypress Wood Elementary. Ms. Allen, I worked for Ms. Allen my very first year here in Aldine at Houston Academy. I don't know if there's anyone else. Okay. I just would like to say that I came from Detroit, Michigan, and when I came here to Aldine, it felt like family. And I want to thank all of my previous administrative team for all of the work that you did to help me get to where I am today. And thank you, Ms. Rogers, for giving me this opportunity.
Next, we have Ms. Cindy Buentello. Cindy Buentello. She was a skills specialist at Carter Academy, and she will now be the new assistant principal at Carter Academy. She has 6 years of experience, with all 6 of those years at Aldine and at Carter Academy. Congratulations, Mrs. Cindy Buentello.
I would like to call my husband, Sergio Buentello, to come to the front, and Noah Buentello, my baby, and my son, Daniel Leyva.
She's cute.
And my principal, Mr. Wold. Thank you so much for being a mentor since day one, from teacher to skills to now AP. Awesome. And Ms. Leeks is our AP at Carter Academy too. She has helped me a lot with the transition. And my wonderful counselor, Ms. Keelan, and also Dr. Ray. I would like to say thank you for allowing me to utilize my leadership skills at Carter. Thank you for the opportunity.
Congratulations. Next, we have Mr. Gregory Castile. Mr. Castillo, he wants his mom. Awesome. Mr. Castillo has been the ELA Skills Specialist at Reed Academy. For this next year, he will be the Assistant Principal at Hambrick Middle School. He has 6 years of experience, and all 6 of those years are in Aldine ISD. Congratulations, Mr. Gregory Castillo.
So much. Tonight I have with me my parents, my mom who brought me to Aldine, who's a retired teacher from Aldine, my stepdad and my father. Miss Yolanda, will you come up as well, please? Thank you so much. Tonight I also have my current principal, Dr. Sanford, and then my host of principals in my career in this beautiful district, going back to Reed Academy. Miss Adams, please come on up. Miss Allen, please come on up from Houston Academy. Dr. King. And Dr. King. There we go.
Yes, very good to see you.
And I would just like to say to all of those that I've had an opportunity to work with thus far, thank you for helping me pay some extra bills with all that extra time.
Congratulations, Mr. Castillo. Miss Jasmine Edwards. Miss Jasmine Edwards?
And her assistant.
Oh,
And her assistant.
amazing. When I was transitioning, she was in the Aspiring Leaders Academy that the HR department's putting on. And now she was a skills specialist at Spence Elementary last year. And now she will be the assistant principal at Johnson Elementary. She has 6 years of experience, all of those 6 years in Aldine. And we would like to congratulate you tonight as an AP at Johnson Elementary.
I have with me my support system for sure. Whenever I need to vent it all out, my husband, Jarvis, my daughter Emily, my other daughter Anaya in my hands. Since I'm from Louisiana and it's a small town, but I'm glad that I was able to. At both campuses I've been at so far, I still have that sense of family. I feel like from the first day of school, which my first day at Johnson was Friday, that I'm already in the Johnson family, and it's been a great. Okay, so I do have my principal, Miss Johnson, and my next door neighbor, Miss Foy, and I just want to thank them for this opportunity, for seeing that that I was capable of having this position in the time that I've been in Aldine, and I'm ready to keep going. I did see one of my previous principals, Miss Carrington, and also Miss Adams from Reed, who gave me a great tip for my panel interview. That's what I love about Aldine. You can call a friend and they'll help you out. That's one thing Aldine I know that is good for. We can call a friend and they'll help us out. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Congratulations, Ms. Edwards. Next, we'll have Mr. Andreas Flores. Mr. Flores has served as a teacher at MacArthur ninth grade campus, and he will be the assistant principal at MacArthur High School. He has a total of 15 years of experience, with 2 of those being in Aldine, and we would like to congratulate you tonight, Mr. Flores, as the assistant principal at MacArthur High School.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the board, and I want to thank you also my principal, Ms. Pearson, my wife, Beatriz, and my daughter, Valeria. My son is in Milwaukee in college, and since day one when I get in Aldine, we came from Illinois, so since day one when we came in Aldine, we feel like a family here. So Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Next, we'll have Mrs. Artesia Holmes. Mrs. Holmes has served as the skills specialist at Black Elementary, and she will be the assistant principal at Parker Elementary. She has over 15 years of experience in education, and we are excited that she will be the assistant principal at Parker Elementary. Congratulations, Ms. Artesia Holmes.
Today I have with me my lovely mother, Sheila Mitchell, my awesome husband, Perry Holmes, and my dynamic team, my principal, Miss Candace Harden, and my partner in crime, assistant principal, Miss Stacy Conley.
Congratulations, Mrs. Holmes. Next, we'll have Mr. Charles A. Land, Jr. Mr. Land was formerly Coach Land. He worked at the Nimitz ninth grade campus and served as a coach. And with 13 years of experience, 12 of those years in Aldine, he will now be the assistant principal at the Nimitz ninth grade campus. Super excited. That's the campus where my daughter is there. So
I am extremely excited to have this opportunity. Thank you, board. Thank you, Ms. Landry, for the opportunity. Also, my lovely wife, she's been so supportive of my career. Thank you. I'm a small town kid with big dreams. And when I came to Aldine about 13 years ago, it reminded me of home. And a town of 7,000 people where I'm from into a big city, you look for a place to remind you of home. So I've been here and I'm excited to work, and I've always had a connection for the kids of Aldine. I've always been Aldine for Aldine. So I also have 3 kids at home. They're 6-year-old, 3 daughters, a 6-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 4-month-old. So yeah, if they were here, the meeting would be adjourned. I tell you. I'm excited, extremely grateful and honored, and for the opportunity, and I'm just ready to serve and do what I feel like I've always done. This is support the kids in the district for Aldine. Thank you.
congratulations, Mr. Land.
Some support people that I've worked with, Dr. Watson, she's back there, Ray Thompson. If I miss anybody, thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Land. Next, we'll have Ms. Veronique Mathis. She is currently the skills specialist at Raymond Academy. She has 18 years of experience, with all 18 of those years in Aldine ISD. She will be serving as the assistant principal of Vardaman EC Pre-KK. Congratulations, Ms. Veronique Mathis.
Thank you and good evening. With me today, I have my family, my sisters, my mom. Once they get up here, my nephew, my daughter, who is returning back to Aldine at Meade.
Awesome.
She's excited to be back in Aldine. My principal is here with me, Miss Todd. And I also have past administrators that I've worked under. I've been in Aldine for 18 years, and they've been mentoring me. They've given me opportunities to get where I am today. So I do want to acknowledge Ms. Carter. You want to come up, Ms. Carter? Thank you. Dr. Simpson. And I don't know if Ms. White is here. I don't know if she was supposed to make it, Ms. White. Okay, so here I have my brother-in-law, Dr. McGarry, my principal, Ms. Todd, my sister, Alexa, that's my mom. Hey, Mom. My sister, Charlotte Rogers, who's at Reese Academy, and my nephew, Alexander.
my daughter Chelsea, my sister Chandra, my other sister, Dr. Montre Rogers, and of course, like I said, my other mentors, Miss Carter and Dr. Simpson. My husband is here in spirit. He's working out of town, and I have another daughter that's an Aldine graduate from the second graduating class at Davis High School, who's at school, hopefully, like Dr. Chopper said. But yes, today was their first day, so hopefully she's studying. And this is my family, and I thank you for the opportunity to serve Aldine. Aldine has been a part of our family. They're Aldine graduates. We went to school in Aldine, still live in Aldine, so we are Aldine pride. We are all in for Aldine. All right.
Awesome.
And I want to welcome your nephew to that new Steve Meade Middle School.
Daughter right there. Congratulations, Ms. Mathis. Next, we have Mrs. Cheryl Sanders. She was a science skills specialist at Stovall Middle School. She has 18 years of experience in education, with 3 of those being in Aldine. And this upcoming year, she will be the assistant principal at Houston Academy. Congratulations, Ms. Cheryl Sanders.
I have about 2 rows, so I'll do my niece Carisha, my son Joran. Go ahead, Jamara. My daughter Jamara, graduate of Aldine. Kiara, my other daughter. This is my mom, Alice Green. My aunt Brenda. My cousin Stephen. My brother right here, and I have some shy people who don't want to get up. My friend Christian, my daughter's fiance, Bridget, my brother's wife, and then I have people that I used to work with. They're going to come up, please. Come up, please. Is waiting on you. So they used to work with me at High Point. I was there for about 11 years, and they're a great team of people. And I transitioned to Aldine, of course. This is Tammy, Karen, April, and then I have my principals that I used to work for. I used to work for Dr. Sanford. She a great mentor. She's prepared me for leadership like no other leader could prepare a person, and gave me all opportunities to lead, and I really appreciate her. And then Dr. King, my current principal, yay. And then Kelly Gilbert, AP with me as well, curriculum, AP. Thank you. This is Dr. King. This is Miss Gilbert, if you don't know her. But thank you so much for the opportunity to serve. This has been my purpose for a long time.
She just grew 6 inches.
Awesome. Congratulations, Ms. Saunders. Next, we'll have Dr. Cedric B. Stewart. Dr. Cedric B. Stewart. Dr. Stewart has served as the testing coordinator at Reed Elementary. He has 22 years of education, with 15 of those years being in Aldine. Next year, he will be serving as the assistant principal of Hoffman Middle School. Congratulations, Dr. Stewart.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. First, I want to thank the board for this opportunity. Dr. Goffney, fellow Bearcat, we had that conversation. Mr. Waltz, he doesn't remember, but we worked together years ago in HISD for a little while. Very little while. I have the most awesome principal in Aldine with me tonight, Miss Gina Adams. And also our area soup, who is behind us 100%, Miss Mabel Holt. Come on up, Miss Holt. Who is probably going to. Again, just thank you, everybody, for this opportunity.
Congratulations. Next, we'll have Capel Mitchell Trailer. Capiel. Beautiful. Thank you, Mom. She was the testing coordinator in Conley Elementary. She has 16 years of teaching experience, with all 16 of those years being in Aldine ISD, and we're excited to announce her as the assistant principal of Don Elementary. Congratulations, Mrs. Traylor.
As I reflect back being in education, I have a whole host of people that I've learned from, including, first of all, I'd like to announce my mom is here. She's a retiree of 37 years from Aldine.
Oh, awesome.
My daughter, Kinsley, my son, Kaysen, my lovely husband, Ahmad Traylor, who's an AP right across the street at Nimitz. I also have my lovely previous principal at Conley, Miss Ward. I've learned a whole lot from her. And my lovely principal now at Dunn Elementary, Miss Davis. She's awesome. Also, I'd like Miss Rhodey to come up. She was my previous principal at Conley as well. I've learned a lot, as well as Miss Harton from Parker. Come on up. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Our final assistant principal acknowledgement tonight will be Mrs. Patricia Williams. Mrs. Williams served as the RTI coordinator at Nimitz Senior High. She has 13 years of experience in education, with 11 of those being in Aldine ISD. Next year, she will serve as the assistant principal of administration for Nimitz Senior High. Let's give it up for Mrs. Williams.
First of all, I have to say good evening, board. And I'm honored to be standing here. I've lived in Aldine. I've graduated from Nimitz High School, and now I'm continuing to serve in Nimitz High School. My wonderful principal, Dr. Watson, she trusts me every day to do this. And she doesn't flinch. So with that being said, I think that I'm going to move forward, and I want us to continue to be a light for the Aldine District as we educate our students, and you continue to trust me to do so. I would like to introduce the people who are here supporting me. First, Dr. Watson, principal at Nimitz High School. I have my sister, Mary Battle, my niece, Marquita Battle, who's also a teacher, my brother-in-law, Malcolm Battle, my nephew, Malcolm Battle. I have two really good friends here, Howard Williams and Ramey Higgins. When you can find a friend when you're in need, you're definitely in a good position, and those are really two good people. I also have here with me, leading and coaching me every day spiritually, is my pastor, Michael Sheets, and his wife, Teresa Sheets. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, all.
have Tara Monique Thompson. Mrs. Thompson has served as the assistant principal at Carroll Elementary. She has 11 years of experience in education, with all 11 of those years being at Aldine ISD. She's been at Goodman, she's been at Carroll, and next year she will be the special ed director in the Department of Special Ed. So congratulations, Ms. Tara Monique Thompson.
Thank you, Board. With me, I have my family, my significant other, Richard White, my mom, Linda King, and my stepdad, Mr. J. I also have all of the people who have helped me along the way to grow me as a leader. First, I have my principal, Jennifer Price, assistant principal, Danny Brogy, and previous assistant principal, now principal of Orange Grove, Fernanda Rocha. And I also have my new boss, Ms. Catherine Sills. And there's so many other faces in the audience that have really grown me as a leader. And thank you for being my support system to grow me, to prepare me for this position. I look forward to advocating for students and teachers as we are all in for all of our kids. So thank you.
Congratulations, Mrs. Thompson. Next, we'll have Mrs. Stacy Smith. Some of it is just to acknowledge her new role and her new responsibilities. She has been the Program Director of Resource Development in federal and state and special programs. She has 31 years of experience, with 10 of those being in Aldine, and she is phenomenal. Next year, her role will evolve. She will continue to do her current role, but it will be expanded. She's a Director of Special Programs, where she will also oversee federal, state, and special programs. So we wanted to acknowledge that additional responsibility. So congratulations, Stacey.
Thank you so much. And I want to say my immediate family lives out of town. They couldn't be here, and back home I have 3 dogs that are my support system. They would have loved to have come today. They'd have been all over the place. But my support system and my team and the finance department, they may not be here, but I want to mention, and if they're here, if they'll come forward, I have Perla Davila, I have Dr. Craig Molinex, and then Lexi Rogers and John McGee, if he's here, and we're all under the leadership of Dr. Tamika Alfred Stevens. And I just want to say that, you know, this is definitely a journey where I'm able to get new challenges and people give me new tasks and things to do. And I guess they wouldn't do that if they didn't believe in me. And so far I haven't disappointed. So I accept these new challenges, and I know that they'll be there to help me. And thank you so much to them and to the board for this opportunity. Thank you.
And Dr. Goffney, do I get to keep her in the Optimist Club? Continue?
What are expanded responsibilities? I'm sure she'll find time.
She has been a wonderful help for the Optimist Club and what we do.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. Congratulations. Next, we have Mr. Tom Colwell. I thought I saw him, but he may have. Oh, okay. Mr. Colwell has been in Aldine for 29 years. He has served as a teacher, skills specialist, assistant principal. He's been the principal of 3 of our campuses: Nimitz 9th grade school, Carver Magnet High School, Davis High School, and now he will be serving as the director in a very important department, Safe and Secure Schools. Congratulations, Mr. Tom Colwell.
Thank you.
I have a daughter in Denver, Colorado, and a daughter in San Antonio. My wife couldn't be here this evening. Of course, my supervisor, Mr. Knippel's right outside. He's right inside. And I will say, too, I'm very pleased that Dr. Wiley, one of the assistant principals at Davis High School, is here, as well as one of my assistant principals, Marcy Strahan, is here as well.
That's awesome.
So, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Congratulations.
Can we call Marcy Strahan and Mr. Knippel and who else? And Ms. Wiley. To the front, please.
Dr. Wiley. Congratulations, Mr. Caldwell. Next, we'll have Marcy, Mrs. Marcy Jones Strahan. She has 23 years of experience in education, and 20 of those are in Aldine ISD. She has served as a teacher, a coach, a counselor at MacArthur 9, a counselor at MacArthur High School, a counselor at Hall Center for Education. She's been an AP and assistant principal at Davis High School, and next year she will have her first principalship as the principal at Hall Center for Education. Congratulations, Ms. Marcy Jones Strahan.
Thank you. I just want to say that I love to hear you say that I'm excited. And when I hear that, and especially now back at Hall, I am really excited. It's a joy to be what I call back home. And Hall is just a jewel that if you don't know about Hall, you really need to visit because those kids are absolutely fabulous. Yesterday, when the very first student walked in the front door, she was beaming from ear to ear, and she kept that excitement the entire day. And so when I had a chance to talk to her, she was just excited to be back in high school. She had been out of high school for 2 years. And at the end of the day, I realized why she had her 2 children with her son and her daughter. So I'm excited to be back at Hall, back at home. So standing in front of me, I have I'm going to do it this way first and then come back. I have my husband and motivational coach and sometimes cheerleader, all of those things in one. Husband, Steve Strahan. I have my mom that y'all already know, Maureen Jones. Our pride and joy, our granddaughter down at the bottom, Miss Khalees Elizabeth. Say hi, Khalees. Yeah, that's what I figured. So I have several family, friends out in the audience, so I'm going to do it this way so I don't get in trouble. If you want to be recognized and in the picture, with the exception of a couple people that I'm just going to call out because I can, feel free to come up. But my new boss, Mr. Knippel, thank you. My actual Hall family, I see Miss Tatum, Miss Crawford, Baker Morris, Mr. Landry, y'all come. Mr. Landry left, but he was here, so that's my science skills, math skills, /Sora, and also another science teacher. Mr. Caldwell, I'm not gonna let you sit back there, come on. Dr. Wiley, you already know. My best friend, neighbor across the hallway, classmate, so to speak. We both graduated from Aldine, just different years. Ms. Peterson, former principal, former counselor, coworker, all of that. So nobody else wants to come. My other mom sitting on the school board, I'm affectionately known as her little chocolate drop, Miss Avalos. Also, Dr. Garcia, you're pointing out people for me? Okay. Phyllis, you're saying Phyllis Brown, counselor? I know my first lady. Okay. So, First Lady of Galilee Missionary Baptist Church on 6616 DS Bailey Lane. Dr. Charlotte J. Davis. I was going to do it the opposite way and say, if you didn't know me, then stand up. We're going to take that picture. But just everyone, again, I'm excited. I'm thankful for the opportunity, and I hope to make sure we shine at Hall Center for Education. You like that?
go.
I can see you.
Congratulations, Ms. Strahan. And last but certainly not least, we have Ms. Amy Pena. Ms. Amy Pena will be serving as our Assistant General Counsel. She comes to us highly recommended, and a lot of people were highly disappointed. She was the Senior Assistant General Counsel at the Lone Star College System. So welcome to Aldine ISD, Ms. Amy Pena.
Thank you, Dr. Goffney, Mr. Wall, Dr. Chapa, members of the board. I'm so excited about this opportunity to, and y'all notice I'm kind of tall, so I'm doing this, the opportunity to add to my Aldine family legacy. So my grandparents had 8 children, 7 of whom are graduates of Carver High School 40 plus years ago. I have an aunt that is currently serving at Davis Ninth Grade Center, an uncle at Grantham Middle School, and an aunt that recently retired from Shotwell Middle School after about 20 plus years of service. So I'm very excited to add to the family stories, that I will create with this opportunity. So thank you very much. I have with me, I'd like to introduce my wonderful mother, Tony Benya Nelson, and my stepfather, Wilton Nelson. Now, notice I said 7 of the 8 are Aldine graduates, so my mother is a graduate of Reagan, but we won't hold that against her. We won't. And also, I know I'm the lawyer, but she is my negotiator and my lawyer, for the record. But thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Now you can come sit with us, okay?
Mr. Mead, Board of Trustees, that concludes my recognitions for tonight.
Well, Dr. Goffney, with all the people who've been promoted tonight, all the quality people, Aldine has to have a great year this year with all these great people. So we welcome all of you to the new positions. On the board committee reports, Patricia Bourgeois.
We have the following board committee reports. Approval of policy update 111 affecting local policies BBD, CAA, CIA, DEA, DH, DHE, DI, FEA, and GKA based on the 85th legislative session, first and final reading. I move that the board approve on first and final reading the policy update 111 affecting local policies as stated above.
And do we have a second?
I second.
Then we'll start the vote with Dr. Booker.
Booker, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Mead, yes.
Avalos, yes. Bourgeois, yes.
Garcia, yes.
And the motion carries. And you see, we do know ABCs. There's a lot of ABCs, CCAs, and CIAs. So the next portion of our agenda tonight is the open forum for patrons desiring to be heard, and we have a 3-minute limit. This is a portion of the board meeting when the board receives input from patrons. Each person who addresses the board will have 3 minutes to speak on his or her issue. There is a clock at the podium that will notify you when your 3 minutes are almost up. And because of topic posting requirements of the Open Meetings Act, board members will not answer any questions posed to the board by the patron, and no action can be taken on any issue presented during this time. And if you wish to ask questions of the board, you may submit them in writing addressed to the superintendent's office, and the board may consider them at a subsequent meeting. If you are an employee or an employee's representative, please be advised that the grievance policy deadlines are not waived, and if you have documents to pass out to the board, please identify those documents. Finally, please be aware that rules of decorum will be enforced during the public comment period. Please refrain from making comments directed at specific individual employees or students by name to avoid any potential breach of confidentiality. If you have complaints regarding specific individuals, please provide those in writing addressed to the superintendent for her attention. Each participant is legally responsible for the content and the consequences of his or her own statement. And we'll start out with Dana Calhoun.
Okay. I'm not a public speaker, but did have some concerns. Jones Middle School has just opened, and I see Ms. Maureen Jones was in here somewhere, so I wanted to meet her. But my daughter is 12 years old, attending Jones. Recently found out that she's ineligible to ride the bus. There are 15 sex offenders in the area on the way to school. One being living on Riverdale Canyon, which is the street that leads to the school campus, accused of a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old aggravated sexual assault. My question, and I'll have to take it up elsewhere, I've communicated with the transportation supervisor, the principal, and I keep getting the runaround. What is the plan for these children's safety as they walk close to 2 miles to school because there's no bus provided for them? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you. What recourse do we as parents have? We're sending our children out so that they can receive an education, so they can be productive citizens, so they will have a better chance in life. But they have to face all these obstacles that we didn't have to face. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you coming. Next, Dolores Atkins.
Thank you, board, trustees. Thank you, everyone, for listening to me. And of course, I know you've been hearing a lot about the transportation issues. And I know that I've talked to a couple of people and you guys are looking into it. And I thank you for doing that. I just wanted to express my concern as well for my children. I have a child that goes to the middle school, and we are like right at the 2 mile. So we're like literally, really we're past 2 miles, but I guess if you go the back way, we like 1.8 something. And so I drove with my son as he rode his bike. We bought a bike because I was advised to do that. And it was far for him. He was sweating. Unfortunately, I didn't print out the photos, but I can send them of him and just him having to take that drive. And then there was no sidewalks on some of the locations for him to ride on a sidewalk. And so that was a concern for me. And then I was told that there were 4-way stops all the way through, but it's not. So some of the stops, like he has to go across Kinswick, which is very heavy at that time. A lot of people going to work and stuff like that. So that was kind of a concern for me, driving that way. So I just ask that if you guys can really take consideration for these things. I know that there's like the law that, you know, in Texas where you have the 2 mile law, but I just ask that you guys would please take in consideration the things that the kids have to go through. As, you know, we want them to have a great education. We want them to be ready when they get to school, not tired out from a 30-minute walk or a 15-minute, you know, ride on a bike. It's been heat advisories where they're, you know, saying not to be outside. And so these are just some things I just ask if you guys can take in consideration. And I understand, I know back in the day, I walked to school. not here in Texas, but in New York. But I think times are different now. And so I just wanted to express my opinion to you and teach my children that, you know, when you see something, you voice your opinion, no matter which way it goes. At least you know you tried to do something. And I just ask that you guys would take that in consideration. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Well, it's been a busy meeting, and we've had a lot of new people coming on board. We appreciate all of you coming here tonight. But at this time, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Garcia so moves.
So moved. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the time is now 8:21. We're adjourned, and have a safe trip home.
We're already looking at both of these.